Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. In an open and reflective interview during his South African visit, Prince William candidly shared that this year has been probably the hardest in my life, as both his father and wife were diagnosed with cancer. Reflecting on the challenges, William remarked, "Honestly, it's been dreadful. It's probably been the hardest year in my life, so trying to get through everything else and keep everything on track has been really difficult. But I'm so proud of my wife and proud of my father for handling the things that they have done. But from a personal family point of view, it's been brutal." Asked about his evolving role, William explained, "It's a tricky one. Do I like more responsibility? No. Do I like the freedom that I can build something like Earthshot? Then yes. And that's the future for me. It's very important with my role and my platform that I'm doing something for good. I couldn't be less relaxed this year. It's more a case of just crack on and you've got to keep going." The Prince remains determined to balance his role with family time, acknowledging that his work and initiatives like Earthshot and his Homewards project to tackle homelessness have become core to his vision for the future. King Charles has a hidden talent. On her podcast, The Queen's Reading Room, Camilla revealed that while she loves reading stories to her grandchildren, she admits she's hopeless at doing voices. "I can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless at it. I was a really bad actor at school and I've never been able to master the art of mimicry." But it turns out that King Charles more than makes up for her lack of character voices. "My husband, he does it brilliantly. He can do all the voices," Camilla shared, adding that he does spot-on character impressions. Charles has acknowledged his advancing years as he approaches his 76th birthday, expressing thanks to military wives' choirs for their early gift, a new single called November Sunday. The King said he was deeply touched by your wonderfully thoughtful tribute. This song, released last week, reimagines the foggy night of his birth in 1948 and reflects the post-war hope of a recovering Britain. Charles wrote, "While those of us with a certain age may feel the need for any such birthday celebrations is in inverse proportion to our advancing years," Charles wrote, "I am nonetheless deeply touched by your wonderfully thoughtful tribute. I know the joy of performing together can create close-knit friendships." Perhaps this is an awkward time to bring up that King Charles' end-of-life plan has been officially codenamed Operation London Bridge, matching the protocol used for his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. According to the new book, New King, New Court, Charles III, The Inside Story, by royal author Robert Hardman. Hardman notes that Charles' updated arrangements began shortly after his coronation, described by former Royal Protection Officer Simon Morgan as inevitable. Considering the King's age of 75, when the time comes, the procedure will mirror the events surrounding the late Queen's passing, beginning with private notification of immediate family and the Prime Minister, followed by a Commonwealth-wide announcement and a formal statement to the press. Once publicly shared, the tradition calls for a notice to be pinned to Buckingham Palace's gates with flags lowered to half-mast. Operation London Bridge plans for a 9-day mourning period, culminating in a funeral at Westminster Abbey. His body will be interred in the Royal Vault at King George VI Memorial Chapel in Windsor Palace, alongside Queen Elizabeth II. The elaborate farewell is expected to see millions of people paying respects, much like the immense crowds that marked the Queen's passing. Meanwhile, plans for Prince William have also been updated. Formerly codenamed Operation Clare Bridge, William's protocol is now Operation Menai Bridge, symbolically named after the suspension bridge connecting Anglesey to North Wales. Hardman explains that with this new designation applies to William as Prince of Wales and will include his family under unique identifiers. Though such arrangements have been traditionally confidential, the meticulous planning is attributed to lessons learned from Princess Diana's sudden death in 1997, as a royal insider commented in Hardman's book, You Need a Plan for Everything. More Palace in just a moment. Prince William's choice to go casual at the Earthshot Prize Awards, sporting a vintage double-breasted jacket and white sustainable sneakers, has sparked quite a bit of online chatter. While he dubbed the awards a movement for a change, some royal fans seemed more focused on his change in dress code. One social media user wasn't shy, posting, "I'm sorry, but what did William wear tonight?" alongside a crying emoji, while another echoed, "Like, what is he doing?" Others gave a more diplomatic critique, with one fan stating, "I like William's outfit. I think it's cool and different, but not quite right for the event. His velvet suit would have been better." Another chimed in with, "Yeah, I agree, it looks good, but it's absolutely not the vibe for a black tie award gala. He's in white sneakers and an Edward-style daytime blazer. Catherine, we need you here to do something about this." Meanwhile, possible former sex bomb Princess Anne turned heads at a recent charity gala, proving she can go from royal business attire to glamorous evening wear with ease. For the event, she traded in her usual skirt suits for a vintage midnight blue, backless Frank Usher gown from the 1960s. Fans on social media were quick to shower her with praise, with one remarking, "She has the best vintage wardrobe of anyone." Another fan agreed, calling her closet a vintage lover's dream. To make the look uniquely hers, Anne added a sapphire brooch at the neckline, a piece that once belonged to Empress Maria Feodorovna. The result, a modern twist on vintage royalty, with another admirer raving, "Effortlessly elegant, serenely stylish. What impeccable taste the Princess Royal has." And for those wondering about Anne's staying power in both fashion and fitness, a fan had this to say: "She's stayed the same size all these years and often brings back outfits from decades earlier." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a review or some stars if you're enjoying the show. Don't forget, you can get subscriptions to this show, which allow you to listen commercial-free, along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media, including shows like Ballot, which is our daily political show with a little bit of snark, like this one. Check out Ballot wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.